Hey, Falcon Zero here. Welcome back to my channel. Now, 2020 it's been a strange year to say the least on that. But you know what? Now we get to look towards the future and what 2021 can bring, specifically looking forward to Nintendo's 2021. With that underway, grab a snack and a drink, and let's see if I can entertain you guys for a couple minutes here. For this list on the record, this list is in no particular order. I did try to group similar franchises together, but if it's something that may happen, maybe more likely, I didn't try to put something in the beginning or the end. I do have the end for maybe some random guesses, but you know, this is a speculation video. That's what makes these fun. So starting out the year in 2021, there was already a few games that we do know about, and that is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury, which is coming out February 12th. We're getting Bravely Default 2 February 26th, and Monster Hunter Rise March 26th. So it's safe to say I don't think we're going to be getting some huge Nintendo game before the end of March of 2021, but there is something I do think we're going to get before March, and that's going to be a Nintendo Direct, and a full-blown Nintendo Direct sometime either in January or February. And being the first Nintendo Direct we've really gotten in over a year of just like a full-blown main direct of just multiple franchises in this, I could say it's safe to say this is gonna be pretty big. And one game that I particularly think you're gonna see in this direct is going to be news on Bayonetta 3. And this game I actually think is gonna be pretty close to being done. I even could see them doing this in the direct and dropping this game in either April or May potentially, because I believe this game is pretty close. They announced this game at the end of 2017. Haven't heard anything about it, but I would imagine they've had enough time to work on it, and Platinum's been working hard on this game. I think it's going to be pretty much done. And at top of that too, I think they're going to change the formula a little bit. Like, I still think it's going to be your core mechanics with Bayonetta being a hack and slash game, but I think you can expect maybe something a little bit different in Bayonetta 3. And everyone loves to be talking about these anniversaries, which we'll get to these anniversaries in this video as well. But one anniversary that seems to not be coming up as much, but it's an anniversary next year, and it's one of Nintendo's biggest franchises, if not arguably as big as Zelda, or maybe even bigger, is Pokemon. Pokemon's 25th anniversary is next year, and I think we're gonna see quite a few games from the Pokemon series or whatever, and get some updates with that. You know, the first one being the new Pokemon Snap game. I really think this game is gonna be pretty close to being done. I actually thought this game was going to come out in 2020 when we saw that first trailer. Maybe the pandemic had something to do to push it back, but I see this as a late spring game. You're going to see the new Pokemon Snap. We're going to get an update on that. I think it'll be releasing in late spring, maybe early summer. But, you know, I also think there's going to be some other games that Pokemon's going to be doing too. I don't think we're going to get a new generation of Pokemon, but I do think we're going to get the Diamond and Pearl remakes, and I'm putting this over the Let's Go Johto games. I actually don't think we're going to be getting Let's Go Johto. I think Diamond and Pearl are more in line of what's going to be happening. I have a feeling those are going to be the games. It's been so long since we've gotten those remakes. I think Diamond and Pearl are going to be the perfect, you know, fit for the holiday game for the November for Pokemon, and I think it's got a really good shot. It's the 25th anniversary. Put Diamond and Pearl out. And just another update, I think we'll get some kind of update on Detective Pikachu for the Nintendo Switch, as that game's kind of gone quiet. They only briefly announced it. I think it's time for some kind of update with that game. And sticking with the anniversaries, let's talk about Metroid's anniversary this year, because they're having their 35th anniversary. And what game do I think is coming out from Metroid this year? I think we're getting the Metroid Prime Trilogy out this year. I think it's finally gonna happen. We're finally gonna get this. We're gonna be so happy because we can finally stop talking about it, because I'm tired of talking about this game. And I feel like it's something that is gonna be happening. And I feel like this is the perfect year to celebrate Metroid, is the 35th anniversary. Now, I do not think Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be coming out this year. I think that'll actually be a 2022 game. But you know what I do think Metroid Prime 4 is going to do? I think we're gonna get a trailer for Metroid Prime 4 and some kind of update just on how the game is going. I think that is a fair bet to assume of what's going to be going on with Metroid Prime 4. Also, if you're liking this video, please smash that like button, as it really does help out, and subscribe if you have not already. And going back onto the next anniversary that we're going to be going on is Zelda's 35th anniversary, the big game, or the franchise that we're going to be talking about for this year's 35th anniversary. We know Mario got one last year. It's Zelda's 35th anniversary this year. And what can we expect from Zelda's 35th anniversary? Now, when you're looking at Mario's 35th anniversary and then you're looking at Zelda's 35th anniversary, will Zelda make their anniversary bigger than Mario's? It's really kind of hard to say. Like, I think we're gonna get some kind of collection for Zelda, and I think the safest bet for the Zelda collection, we're gonna get Wind Waker and Twilight Princess in HD. Now, do they put Skyward Sword in there? That could be up in the air. Like, are they gonna put Skyward Sword in this HD collection and they're gonna bring Skyward Sword over to HD? You know, Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are already done. They've already done them for the Wii U. But with Skyward Sword, it had the Wii, there was a lot of Motion Plus in it. It's hard to say if they'll bring that over or if they would maybe just do a single game of Skyward Sword to celebrate it. I don't know. It's really hard to say. It'd be cool if they added all 3 of them in there. But you know what? There's another collection I could also see them doing, is the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask collection. Now, this would be another one. Do they just take the Super Mario 64 route and then just gonna port the Nintendo 64 versions over of that game and just kind of call it a day? Would they take the 3DS versions and just port those over and call it a day? As I don't see them really remaking the games, but I also can't see them just doing Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and porting those N64 games over and not doing much and not putting some other game in. Like, they have to at least put like the Oracle of Seasons games in there, or just like something else to like, here's the collection, because I feel like it's just a little bland if it was Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. It's just not enough. I feel like you'd have to put something else in there. Maybe they'll put Skyward Sword in that one. No, you know, I don't think they would do that. But like, I could see potentially they almost do 2 Zelda collections this year. For that, that would be a lot of Zelda, because also the biggest thing for Zelda 2, I think how Zelda will end their anniversary will be Breath of the Wild 2. I think this is going to be the late December game, or maybe early December, but the late holiday game for Nintendo will be Breath of the Wild 2, the sequel to that. Now, it's hard because Pokemon, I also said, is going to be coming out, and Pokemon is notoriously always a November game, but I could see Nintendo putting it out, you know, in a December release for Breath of the Wild's sequel. Or, you know, they could even push Pokemon maybe up to October and then put Breath of the Wild in November, or vice versa with those games. But I feel like Nintendo's going to go hard with the anniversaries on Pokemon and Zelda, and you're going to have both of those for the holiday of 2021. Now, this next part is going to be a little bit more out there on ideas, as this will probably be really cool if it does happen, but you know, who knows? That's why it's fun to watch these videos, because, you know, you never know. One of these ideas could be right. But, you know, another game that I think Nintendo is going to be probably putting out in 2021 is a new Kirby game. HAL Laboratory said they've been working on a new Kirby game, and they said it's going to be a lot bigger than the last one than they did, because that's good, because let's face it, Kirby Star Allies, to say the least, was a little underwhelming, but they said it's going to be like a brand new experience with Kirby, something we haven't really seen before. So it'd be nice to see something like a Super Mario Odyssey vibe, kind of with a Kirby in like a 3D environment, going around and just having a different gameplay than just always a 2D side scroller. And I think that'd be a really cool thing to see from HAL Laboratory, and put Kirby back in a spotlight where Kirby was doing a lot better with his games, you could say. Like, I would love to see a brand new Kirby game in a new type of gameplay formula for it as well. I think that'd be really cool. Now, these next 2 I want to be talking about have actually been absent on the Switch. Kind of absent on the Switch. And the first one is going to be Star Fox. So we did get Starlink Battle for Atlas, and there was a whole Star Fox, you know, storyline in there on the Nintendo Switch version. So Star Fox technically has been on the Nintendo Switch, but we haven't gotten a Star Fox game. And this is what I would like to see in a Star Fox game. You know, actually taking stuff from Battle from Atlas and making it kind of this like open world R-Wing shooter, taking stuff from Rogue Squadron 2 on the GameCube, when you could actually, like, you know, command your other little co-pilots or whatever. So like you can have Slippy, Toad, and Falco, like you have them fly around, help you with the mission. And, you know, just taking the stuff that worked best for Star Fox too, you know, it's like, I want the shooting of the R-Wing. You don't have to go on the ground. There could be some ground missions, but I want it in the R-Wing and to have this like open world experience, going to different planets and playing as Star Fox. You don't necessarily have to be on the on-rail shooter. We know how that's Star Fox started, but, you know, games need to evolve too. I feel like Star Fox really needs to evolve, kind of like where Star Fox Zero didn't really evolve, in my opinion. But I think Star Fox isn't a dead franchise, and they could really evolve it into a great game, and it would be nice to at least maybe not come out in 2021, but to let us know that they're working on a brand new Star Fox game, and it's a new game mechanic for it, you know, to push the franchise forward. And another franchise that's been absent on the Switch that's actually relatively a big Nintendo franchise too is Donkey Kong. And yes, we do have Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on the Switch, but we don't have a brand new Donkey Kong game. And not just a brand new Donkey Kong game, I kind of want them to switch up the formula again. Like, it's cool to get the Country Returns kind of games, and you know, Tropical Freeze was just another sequel to that. But I want Donkey Kong to revamp theirs a little bit, you know? Even if it's something like Super Mario Odyssey, where you're going in through different worlds, take some elements from Donkey Kong 64, maybe not just all the collectathons that were going in there, but something I really liked in Donkey Kong 64 were all the different Kongs you got to switch in and out of. It's really fun to play as those different characters, I thought, and like also go in these different worlds and have different things you can affect with each Kong in there. I think that could make a really cool game for Donkey Kong and would bring a nice game for the Nintendo Switch. And at the same time, you could add Dixie Kong to Smash Brothers. There's a thought. But also, I would love to see King K. Rool come back as the main antagonist in the game. There's a lot of stuff. I think Donkey Kong should be on the Nintendo Switch, and I'm kind of almost questioning Nintendo why they haven't made a brand new Donkey Kong game. Because usually those games usually do pretty well, and it's kind of weird to see that they haven't done anything with Donkey Kong for so long. It's been 2014 since the last new Donkey Kong game has came out. But let me know what you guys think Nintendo is going to be doing in 2021. Leave them in the comments below. I would love to know what your guys' thoughts are. If you like this video, please smash that like button, as it really does help out. Subscribe if you're not already. Hit the notification bell to stay up to date with more videos like this. And as always, everyone of YouTube, show me your moves.